Subscribe or you'll be visited by the toll troll. Do you ever worry about your children's future in the current economic climate? What are you doing to make sure they have the best chance for success? Simple, not have kids. No kids myself because can't compete in modern hypergamy, but if I had family I would try and separate my family from society and learn self-sufficiency. As long as you got lots of land and the skills to work the land you'll be fine, unless the nig hordes come for you at behest of the tiny hats. Ideally, to defend in such a situation you'd want to be part of a community of like-minded people. All of them also self-sufficient. Only have kids with a girl with good genetics from a good family. That is step 1, because the future isn't going to be any easier it seems, and if you have kids that are going to be riddled with medical issues right out of the gate, you are setting them up for near maximum misery. Also, if your in-laws are failures, you will fail. Failure sabotages success, success does not carry failure. So that is something very directly in your control that you can manage before anything else. After that, you are going to want to give your kids as red-pilled of an understanding of the world ASAP. You have to be the anti-boomer. Let them know how the financial world works. Let them know how business works. Pick 5 skills, hell, pick 3 skills you feel would do them well in life regardless of occupation and drill them into them. Maybe that's cooking, maybe that's mechanic work, maybe that's hunting/fishing/survival, whatever. Don't be passive and expect them to spontaneously become Jeff Bezos. The goal is you want to start your kids off as strongly as you can and then encourage them to have the self-confidence and trust to pivot as needed in life. I'm not bringing another soul to this cursed world. Let the Jeets and Africans take war to this hell. Marry a girl with strict parents so she is a good wife and raises functioning children. Do you ever worry about your children's future in the current economic climate? No, stop being a worrywart. You and I have zero control over the economic climate, and worrying about things you have no control over is a path to constant misery. The world sucks, it's always sucked, and it always will suck. Stop paying attention to macro events, stop watching/reading the news, check out of the normosphere, structure your day around small things that bring you joy, raising them in a traditional Christian environment and keeping secular media, electronic devices, and screens out of the home. Do you ever worry about your children's future in the current economic climate? No. What are you doing to make sure they have the best chance for success? Nothing. I'll give them love, good upbringing and support as long as they need it, but I can't ensure their material well-being. I thought I might have my own kids about a decade ago. Nowadays I doubt even the best security in the world can keep them from horrible deaths with 100% certainty. So I don't think I'll have kids. I've honestly accepted the reality that I'm not having children, and this generation is the last one that will be able to live with any semblance of a peaceful status quo before it all becomes madness and fighting to survive. Yes, we do have it pretty bad and it will become worse, but in 70 years' time things will be apocalyptic level of bad. Fighting for water type of shite. That's why I don't even worry anymore, and I won't bring lives into the world just to suffer. I'm comfortable playing vidya, making money with funny internet tokens like Duck Race Derby, which literally gives you 10k by signing up or minting, and having sex with the girlfriend. If the world is ending, might as well enjoy it, right? God has forsaken us. It's best to let dreams of the past go to rest. If I do have a child, I'll have no intention of raising or even being there for it. I will never have kids. Just starve the growth machine. All those fools in this thread saying they don't want to bring another soul to this world because mu suffering. This is the end result of materialistic ideologies. Newsflash regards, purpose of life is not pleasure. I'm gonna hook my kid up with a 25k Chad stack of Black Swan so he can fend for himself trading news events in real time. Well, my 48 gun safe is now full of guns and precious metals. I have prob 13k rounds of various ammo types. My bills are paid off. They will inherit everything I own. I teach them how to hunt, fish, garden and program. I have them play sports and do martial arts. I also tell them about liberals being literal mental cases. I tell them that some are okay if they don't act all flamboyant and that blank need to be culled from society because they have mental issues. I tell them the government is ran by central banks and that money is backed by nothing. Basically, I try and teach them everything I know and that screwing up is okay as long as you pick yourself up. And most importantly, I've never mentioned to them one word about this literal hellhole called 4chan. Reddit space joggers. The best thing you can do for them is be their friend and parent. Don't let society, TV, or technology raise them. I only care about my XOR bags. I'm ugly, fat and single, just like everyone here. Good thing Sora gave me a 10x a couple years ago and now I'm buying again. Why are so many people nowadays defeatist materialistic regards? It's not just on 4chan either. So many people in their 20s and early 30s have convinced themselves that the world has become so fundamentally broken in some way in the past 20 years that they'd rather not have children, which is the greatest joy in life. Normies typically cite climate change as a reason they aren't going to have kids, but 4chan people are demoralized by abstract concepts like the tiny hats make me pay taxes or the demiurge created hell and we are living in it. Unplug from this shite. If someone in your family has a kid, go hang around it for a while and see if you don't want one. My son is making a mess while I'm typing this, but we have a blast playing together every day and it brings out my inner child. Think about it. Nope. Screw them and their children too. I came in already effed with no future and my parents had hobo mentality, spending $2 for each dollar that came their way, so I couldn't depend on them to ever crawl out of debt and minimum wagery. I found that out before I was even in 18. It will be up to me to crawl out on there, because even if I make a stack of money I probably won't leave them a penny. They'll be homos and commies and all that, lol. Born to lose. Live to win. Children? Future? Work full time, can only afford to live in a quad and cannot afford a car without being paycheck to check. The US median income is $31K, shites effed. If I somehow come out of this age of transition with a wife and some kids and the means to support them, that alone will differentiate me and my wife from 50% plus of our cohort. That has to mean something. Either we are talented, smart, lucky, or some combination of those qualities. Thus I'd assume my kids would take on those skills, likely better than either myself or my lady friend individually, and find a way to continue to thrive in the next age. Beyond that, I don't know how much I can plan for. I wasn't born rich or into a prestigious family. All I can do is try. US is Africa right now. No, because I'm based and hold H-bar and a vax. Buying the garlic mussels from Red Lobster. Anon, I don't know how to tell you this, but within the next decade it will be end days. I traveled around the world for 10 years, seeding my bloodline on every continent except Antarctica. I have 14 illegitimate children distributed fairly evenly across the globe. I did this to ensure my genetics survive the impending collapse no matter what. Most of my children may be mixed race, but it was a necessary evil. Putting all your eggs in the white people might unscrew themselves one day basket is stupid. IMO. Careful chillin', the economy's looking real bad right now. When UPS drivers makes $170,000, I am not worried. First I have to stop falling in love with vaxies and cursing myself to heartbreak. It's been a tough couple years bros, but I'm talking to an unvaxxed girl now. The only cutie secluded femcel I ever met was even a vaxie. I live in the whitest part of the country and hope for the best. Also, gold, silver, oil companies and guns. Nothing to worry about when I'll never have kids. I'm going to be the hero to end my family lineage.